Welcome to Pediatrics. COVID vaccines. The world is facing a very peculiar situation where everyone is praying for a vaccine to get developed. So initial days itself, there was an organization called COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access, abbreviated as COVAX, which was formed to ensure equitable distribution of vaccines across the world, so that the richest country does not take away all the vaccine, leaving all the poor countries to suffer. So it was basically to make sure that all are getting at least some kind of vaccines. There are almost 100 vaccines in different stages against COVID, and 12 vaccines have already crossed phase 3 and beyond. So basically they are RNA vaccines, inactivated virus vaccines, viral vector vaccines, and protein vaccines. Now we shall consider the safety and efficacy of these vaccines. So if you look at safety alone, probably the safest vaccine is inactivated virus vaccine, and that is the oldest preparation of vaccines we have been using, and that is the safest one. Then you have this protein vaccines and RNA vaccines, and the least safe one is viral vector vaccines. If you look at efficacy alone, mRNA vaccines, RNA vaccines are the most efficacious ones, and then you have got protein vaccines, then viral vector vaccines, and inactivated vaccines are the least efficacious ones. So overall, if you consider, one of the best preparations would be RNA vaccine, then would be protein vaccines, and then it would be viral vector vaccines, and the last would be inactivated virus vaccines. Coming to genetic vaccines, the Pfizer vaccine and Moderna vaccines are genetic vaccines, and they use the genetic material of this particular virus. Coming to Pfizer vaccine, it is manufactured by Pfizer and BioNTech. It's an mRNA vaccine, 2 shots, 21 days apart. It is recommended for 12 years and above. It is contraindicated if you have the first vaccine produces severe allergic reaction, then the second dose is contraindicated. Usually the side effects are pain, redness, mild tiredness, headache, and body ache and fever for a couple of days. And peculiarly in adolescents, it can cause cardiac issues like myocarditis and pericarditis. Efficacy is 95%. Moderna vaccine is a similar vaccine produced by Moderna. It is an mRNA vaccine, 2 shots, 28 days apart. It is recommended for 18 years and above. Contraindication is again after the first dose. If you have severe allergic reaction, second dose should be withheld, and side effects are pretty much similar. Efficacy is almost 95% itself. Then you have got a new vaccine which is coming out. It's called CyCoV-D vaccine, produced by Zydus Cadila. It is a DNA plasmid vaccine, and 3 shots under the skin is the recommended dosage, and it can be given from 12 years and above. Then you have got viral vector vaccines. The AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, the Covishield vaccine which is used in India, and then you have got Johnson & Johnson producing Jansen vaccine. Then you have got Sputnik vaccine by Gamaleya. All these are viral vector vaccines. Coming to Covishield, which is basically the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, which is produced by Serum Institute in India. It's a viral vector vaccine using adenovirus in chimpanzees as the vector. So basically viral vector vaccines uses another virus as a carrier to carry the material of coronavirus. And in Covishield, it's 2 shots. Current recommendation is 12 to 16 weeks gap in between. Recommended for 18 years and older. Again, after first dose, if you have severe reaction, second dose is contraindicated. Side effects are pretty much similar: pain, redness, swelling, a little bit of headache and fever. But another peculiar side effect is blood getting clotted with decrease in platelet count. It is very rarely seen, but it is seen in Covishield vaccine. And the efficacy is around 60 to 70%, and it is less efficacious against the current Delta variant. Then you have got Johnson & Johnson's Jansen vaccine. It is again a viral vector vaccine, single shot. That is a peculiar of this particular vaccine. It is recommended for 18 years and older. So if you have had allergic reaction against polysorbate, which is used in vaccines, it is contraindicated, but otherwise it's a single dose vaccine. So one allergic reaction, if managed properly, you don't have to worry because you're already protected. Side effects are pretty much similar to Covishield, and this particular vaccine also has the side effects of blood clot with drop in platelets. Efficacy is 95%, which is much higher when compared to Covishield vaccine. Then you have got Sputnik vaccine, which is produced by Gamaleya Institute in Russia. This is again a vaccine which is available in India. It is a viral vector vaccine. The peculiarity of this particular vaccine is 2 doses are 2 separate vaccines. The earlier, all the vaccines had the same preparation as first and second shot, but Sputnik has got 2 separate preparations for 2 separate shots. It cannot be mixed up. It is recommended for 18 years and above. Same thing, after first shot, if you have severe allergic reaction, second shot should not be taken. And it is pretty much safe. Apart from the usual pain, redness and fever and tiredness, there are no other side effects reported in Sputnik, and efficacy is above 90%. Then you have got protein vaccines, which is similar to hepatitis B vaccines which we are using. Novavax and Sanofi GSK are in trials to produce this particular vaccine. Covovax, produced by Novavax, is a protein subunit vaccine. 2 shots, 3 weeks apart, and it uses an adjuvant to increase the efficacy of this particular vaccine. It is recommended for 18 years and older. It is contraindicated in active COVID infection, and side effects are pretty much similar to the previous ones. No peculiar side effects, pain, redness, swelling and headache, fever. So non-significant side effects. Efficacy is almost 90%. Then you have got inactivated vaccines. Inactivated vaccines are the vaccines which have been there from olden time onwards. Most of the vaccines are inactivated vaccines which has been used over the world. Sinopharm, Sinovac, most of the Chinese vaccines are inactivated vaccines. The Bharat Biotech vaccine, kovaxin, used in India as a inactivated vaccine. So coming to kovaxin, which is produced by Bharat Biotech, it's a killed vaccine, 2 shots, 4 to 6 weeks apart. It has got aluminium as an adjuvant to increase the efficacy. It can be given from 18 years and above, and there are trials going on in 2 years to 18 years as well. It is again contraindicated in active COVID infection. Side effects are very non-specific, like the previous one, pain, redness, headache, body ache and things like that. The efficacy is slightly lower, around 70 to 80% as per the latest results they have published. Sinopharm vaccine is the Chinese vaccine which has been used in the Middle East from early days. 2 shots, 3 to 4 weeks apart. Aluminium is used similarly to kovaxin, used in 18 years and above. And allergic reaction to the first dose, second dose should be withheld. Reactions are non-specific, pain, redness and things like that. Efficacy is almost similar to kovaxin. Now we have got live attenuated vaccine like oral polio vaccine. This is just coming up and the trials are going on, I believe, not yet into commercial use. Another path-breaking thing which is coming up in COVID vaccine is nasal vaccines. Nasal vaccines are in preclinical and phase 1 stage. They can produce mucosal immunity, mucosal response, and it is a sterilizing immunity where it can ban the carrier state. You use nasal vaccine, the virus cannot stay inside your nasal epithelium, and so you cannot spread the disease. You are totally safe, and others also are also safe because of you, because you cannot carry this virus from one place to another. It can create herd immunity. It is very easy to administer. It is only 1 dose, and there are 8 vaccines in pipeline, and there are different technologies used: live attenuated vaccine, protein subunit, viral vector. All are being tried as nasal vaccines. Coming to certain frequently asked questions in vaccines. First question would be, when can a vaccine be taken after getting a COVID infection? It's 3 months after turning negative. It is same for second dose after getting the first dose. So you get the first dose, you turn positive, you wait. Once you are negative, after 3 months, you can get the second dose. If you are admitted for some other condition, when can you get the vaccine done? After 4 to 8 weeks after discharge, you can get the vaccine done. And if it's a very mild illness, you need not postpone the vaccine. So a child has got mild fever, cough, cold, there is no problem. Very mild infection, there is no problem. You can always get the routine vaccination done, and also COVID vaccination done if it is a very mild illness. Pregnancy and lactation, that was one confusing aspect in the initial days. Lactating mothers should definitely get this done. Pregnancy, after discussing with the doctor, you can get the vaccination done. Next question would be, how long does this protection last after the vaccine and after the infection? Unfortunately, we don't have any data yet. How much coverage can give herd immunity? We don't know yet. The next question is, how effective are these vaccines against the new variants. You've got alpha variant in UK, beta variant in South Africa, gamma variant in Tokyo, delta variant in India. You've got lambda variant which is coming up. So all these variants have increased the transmissibility of this virus, and it has increased the reinfection of the virus. It has increased the resistance against the treatment and vaccines available. Luckily, it has not increased the severity of disease. So these vaccines, currently available vaccines, are definitely less effective against the current variants, and they are working on it, and hopefully we get a updated version soon. Much trials are going on whether vaccines can be mixed and matched, and they are showing promising results. So you get proper vaccination schedule from one particular vaccine, and then additionally you take a dose of a totally different mechanism of vaccine, and this can give you extra protection. That's what studies are showing in the early stages, but we will have to wait for more results. Another question was whether we can donate blood after getting the vaccine or after getting an infection. 2 weeks after getting the vaccine and 4 weeks after getting the infection, you can donate blood. And another thing, there are 3 vaccines available in India: Covishield, Covaxin and Sputnik, and more vaccines are soon going to come. And there are few vaccines which are approved by WHO. They are Pfizer, Moderna, Jansen by Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca vaccine, and Cynoform vaccine. Hope this clears some doubts regarding COVID vaccines and their mechanism. Happy parenting.